Good morning, YouTube. I want to do a really quick video because I'm coming into the end of Mucha, at the end of the moon. I did a lot of work on it last night and I hung it up on a hanger and I hung it up on the door. And when I did, I kind of got a different perspective and I'm looking at it and well, you'll see. We'll go through it. Hold on. Here we go. So there she is from a distance. So I'm going to zoom in because I think it's important to look at her from a distance first. So what I love about this are those little orbs that are around the painting. I just love that when you look at her from a distance. Okay, and we're going to zoom in to those orbs. There they are. Now there's two spots that are empty. And that's my fault. I'm going to zoom out and move closer. I'm going to move closer to her. Okay, so let me stand right here. Okay, so there's two spots, round circles on the right that are my fault. The release paper moved. I didn't realize it. I was leaning on it and it's not sticky anymore. So I have to, from my arm leaning on it and the oils of my skin, it made it not sticky anymore. The same thing happened here. I've already patched up one part. And what happened here was I used golden matte medium, and it's very fluid, the golden matte medium. It's very thin, very watery. These kind of shifted around. It took me a while to get these on here. Like I had to do a row, every other row, let it dry, and then come back in because they were shifting. If you were trying to place them next to each other, it just wasn't going to get done all at one time. So I have to come in here and fix this, and I have to come in here and fix this. And I might do that first before I turn the camera back on to finish. So what I love is this of her gown that she's holding. I love that they did an outline in the Aurora Borealis 310 black. So all these strips that you see here, they're all 310. They're all ABs. And I love the sunny yellow ABs in these circles around her gown. I'll pull back out again. So to me, it looks like she picked up the back of her gown where there might be a bustle. She draped it over her arm, and that part is flowing over the front, and part of it is blowing up. So there's movement in this painting that I really, really, really like. And I love the color shift. You know, it's light on the bottom because there would be moonlight at her feet bouncing off the ground, and then it gets a little bit darker, and then you come back up to lightness. It gets light again. She's standing in front of the moon. The moonlight is behind her. So when I hung this up last night and I looked at it, her skin tone to me looks a little dissected, right? I love the moon. I love that these are all Aurora Borealis coming around the moon. That's what's left of her face to do. That's how I'm going to close this painting out, finishing this part. And I think as an outline to her body, I don't know that I would have used a navy blue to outline her body. I don't know. I don't think I would have used a dark black either. I maybe would have taken it down to like a smoky gray, maybe just to outline, because I think if you used a darker flesh tone color, it would have went too much into the moon, and they wanted some kind of demarcation here to just outline. It's not, I can live with it. It's not bad, but I think that when you are looking at how you would perceive this, if the moon were behind me, I think that you would see moonlight on my shoulders. I don't think that you would see moonlight anywhere in the center of the body. So there's like these tones of, I guess they're like a caramel color, looking to define the hand here for some reason. I don't think that there would be splotches of moonlight here. I think that that's what they were going for. I'm not sure. And so let me look at the painting. Let me look at the little, yeah, really not that. It looks a little bit more blended. So I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to pull these all off and change them for a different diamond, but I was thinking maybe I can use mica powder and shade it down a little bit. But I think that that's the only thing in that rendering. It's just that it's not so much the color, but where the color is. And it kind of looks like the hand is dissected in some way. Like, yeah. So I guess that's why I wanted to turn it on and look at it through a camera. And does it look really that bad when you step back? No, not at all. I don't think it looks bad at all. That might be the wrong word, but I just love I guess it's more like, it's like being underneath an ocean. You know, you see those pools of light here and there, and the shades, like the sun is just coming through the window right now, and you saw like a little bit of a color shift there. Yeah, so it's like almost like being in an abyss, and then you see little pockets of light, and I love those little, again, those little orbs of light around her. But then I don't think that there would be so much bright light on her shoulder. So I'm going to get to work fixing these two spots here, and then I'm going to turn the camera back on and finish the face in front of you. We'll do a little whip and chat. I have some good news. I do like also, these are ABs and these are ABs. And when you step back, the AB goes from this thick band and then some color and then some more ABs. And then on this side, it's thinner. And if you look back, it kind of looks like almost like a crescent moon. So that's my 2 pennies worth. I love that there is a ton of color blocking, especially this being my first larger square drill. This is only the second time I've worked with square drills. My first one was Wink by Diamond Art Company, and that broke me in. And then I saw this, and I'm just so ambitious when it comes to something that I love, and I just want to jump in, and I'll learn as I go, which is another great thing about documenting this on YouTube. You get to have a documentation of your growth and progress. And what I loved about this, what was a great surprise, is that there is so much color blocking to this painting. I started this on July 28th. It's not even a month and I'm done. So you could see where, there's just color blocking here, but then it's a very subtle shift in color, and you do get a color change, but there's color blocking here. And then the rows of ABs that, just are long and, easy. ABs you have to put in one at a time, because they pull your wax out. But I did just receive a tool from Dreamer Designs with a kit that I ordered, and they sent a stylus that is like cone shaped on the top that picked up my ABs very easily with and without some wax inside. So that was very interesting. If you put wax on your placer, and you wet the wax first, take a paper towel and just dab the stylus, the placer, into the paper towel, you can pick up your ABs and place them. They won't pull your wax out. So that's how I did these long lines. That was fun. I liked being able to practice squares on such a beautiful, massive painting, and get so much satisfaction out of it and get that practice in. You know, it just was really, again, color blocking, color shift, but color blocking, color shift, but color blocking, again, color shift and color blocking. So you have these pools of color. They do shift, but there's a lot of them. So that was really fabulous. And then in the center and around her hair, there is the confetti work. So last night I might have worked on this for like 2 hours, putting in the skin tones and the hair. And then I stepped back and said, let me hang this up and see what it looks like. Because I like, you know, when I paint, I step back, I go back in, I step back, I go back in. But this has already been decided for me, so I don't have to think, which makes this such a great meditative practice. You don't have to think about where you're putting the next drill. It's all been done for you. And that's what makes it a relaxing craft to do or practice. You know, I sat down and I listened to a podcast while I was diamond painting, and because I'm not thinking about where the next one goes or what I'm doing with the diamond painting so much, I was really able to relax and absorb what I was listening to on the podcast. So that was nice. All right, I'm going to get cracking into these 2 spots here. I don't know if I'm going to use Aleene's glue, was a little bit too thick, and the golden was a little bit too thin. So, but I think I'm going to stick with the golden. I don't think I have much more in my craft studio to choose from. Okay, do in a baby bit. Bye.